Welcome to the new episode of the 90th Minute. We're here in Lucas's basement. We got the horses. We're looking good today. So, what are we going to cover this afternoon?
So, it was a busy week this week in football or soccer, whatever you call it. And let's talk about the Champions League.
Yeah, I guess we should start off with the biggest tournament of them all.
Well, I mean, that's debatable.
For a club team.
In club football, yes.
Yes, okay.
We do have another tournament just around the corner. So
Yeah, fair enough. So, Lucas, which game would you like to start with?
Well, since in the preview show, we talked about the Real Madrid and Bayern game quite extensively, let's talk about Liverpool and Roma.
Let's do it.
Big game, lots of controversy.
It was crazy, yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, my God, this is one of the best games I've ever watched. Defensively, not so much, but attackingly, it was fantastic. Yeah,
I don't care how it happened. Like,
It
if
just
you listen to the
happened,
preview episode, you guys should know I'm a Liverpool fan, and I was so pumped after the whistle.
Oh, probably. But I mean, it's rather evident that Liverpool is very tired by the end of that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, their big name players are definitely feeling the strain of the season, and I was shocked that they played most of them today, but we'll get onto that later on. But yeah, during that Roma match, Mohamed Salah, who is usually the quickest player on the field, was, at least out of the front three, the slowest. He was a step behind Mane and Firmino. But it's fantastic that the two of them picked up the slack and could get the goals for them, you know?
Yeah, the good thing about the Champions League final is it's still quite a ways away, the 26th. The Premier League season ends next week. So the Liverpool team should get a lot of rest in between.
Yeah, hopefully they're able to rest players and come up with some tactics.
Let's talk about the match. So before this game started, it was 5-2. Roma were obviously the underdogs going into the second leg. They were big task ahead of them.
But they did have belief because of what they did last round.
And they kept on pushing, which was amazing.
Yeah. Not only did the team have belief, but the fans had belief. And I think that was the most important thing.
Yeah, the atmosphere was great.
They never gave up on their team, which is
So
really
some
exciting.
controversial calls, but you know, that's
we'll talk about that.
that's the Champions League for you.
Yeah, it's every week there's something, it seems.
So Liverpool strike first early in the game from a 9-goal mistake.
Yeah, good goal, though. Mane, under that pressure, he took it so nice and calmly. It was a good finish by someone who I think he's had a few chances this season where he should have scored and he hasn't. So good that he actually capitalized on that chance.
Yeah, I agree. And then one of the oddest goals I've seen.
Yeah.
So Trent Alexander-Arnold, he misjudges the ball. El Shaarawy gets the ball across into the box. Lovren's like, I got this. Clears it off James Milner's face.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think you can blame James Milner at all. He
not
just
at
happened
all.
to be standing there and his face was the wall in front of it. Lovren could have done better with his clearance. You know, it was straight back into the penalty spot area. I think the biggest issue, though, was Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
He misread the header, then he didn't recover, and he let El Shaarawy just walk past him. And I think out of all 11, he had the worst game for Liverpool.
Yeah, especially in the second half, which we'll get into, he was not that great. But he is only 19, so it is understandable.
Good.
So my
learning
question
experience.
is, okay, so if he's only 19, it's understandable. Next game, he has to go against Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
Is he trusted to mark Ronaldo?
Well,
Who else do you
He's been
have?
better than Gomez, and Klein's barely played this season.
Yeah.
So he is the best option.
Let's hope he can do it.
But let's not forget, he was fantastic against Manchester City.
He was.
So every player has a one-off bad game.
Yeah.
And I think that's his. He'll recover and be ready for what's to come.
Yeah, let's hope he's up for it and he's able to.
There's no doubt he's gonna study Ronaldo like it's nothing before that final.
Yeah,
so
they're all gonna. Yeah.
But then the next Liverpool goal, kind of a common theme. Another Roma mistake.
Yeah.
Dzeko heads it back towards the goal, and Wijnaldum just gets a header.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. But again, nice finish by Wijnaldum. You know, he kept his cool, just slotted it home real good. I thought Dzeko was really good going forward. But when it came to him defending on like set pieces, he seemed out of position. I felt he gave up a few chances in the Roma box.
I don't know. I felt Dzeko was fantastic in the game.
He was.
He got into great spaces.
He showed up. Yeah,
was out muscling his opponents. He was like pretty much carrying his team throughout the game.
Yeah, going forward, I thought so. Yeah.
And so it's 2-1 for Liverpool, 7-3 on aggregate. You think it's game over?
Oh yeah.
But not quite yet. It wouldn't be Liverpool without
with some heart attacks in there. Yeah.
So firstly, there was a. Okay, I want to mention this before I get into the Dzeko potential penalty. Mane got pushed in the box first half, early doors.
Two hands in the back.
Yeah, from Manolas. Should have probably been a penalty in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I agree. It was a penalty. Yeah.
But then a few minutes later, Liverpool scored. Now with the Dzeko penalty thing in the second half, where it was offside, but it wasn't offside, obviously, mistake by the ref. It would have been a penalty, but a few minutes later, they scored.
Yeah.
So
I guess you could call it even then, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's a weird way the football gods work, and you know what? Liverpool
Clearly.
didn't get their penalty, but then they got their goal, and then the same happened to Roma. You know what? I think all the negative calls by the referee all balanced out.
yeah,
in a way.
because there was also the handball by Alexander Arnold later in that game. It was definitely a penalty.
Do you think so?
It
I
hit
thought it
his
was more,
hand.
I think it was ball to hand though.
But like even it's going in the net. It hit his hand. He's
Well, but then again, you look at the penalty that was called for Liverpool against Clavin.
yeah.
There was a 2 feet away, and his hand was right beside
Yeah,
his
that-
body. That should not have been a penalty.
And
it
even
was.
the handball in the first leg from Milner, I don't
yeah.
think that should be
Yeah.
a penalty. I mean,
Yeah, it's
if you disagree, that's all right. That's why we love
But-
the sport.
exactly. You know, the game isn't perfect, and that's what makes it interesting. Because we can sit here a week after and talk about it. You know, we can have our own opinions, and we can talk to the viewers and their opinions, and everything, and we can all kind of come to a consensus, which is I think is fantastic about this game.
Yeah. But with people thinking Trent Alexander should have gotten a red card, Florenzi should have gotten a red card too.
I agree.
Awful scissor tackle.
Yeah, it was really bad. You can even say Manolas could have gone red carded for the two-hand push against Mane.
I think that's a little harsh.
Well, I mean, it was a last-man tackle, so I would have gone for a yellow, but potentially, some referees, like your favorite Turkish.
Oh
friend,
my,
yes.
my lord, no.
So Florenzi, he was having a hard time with Mane. He was having a hard time on the left side in general. Mane and Robertson, I thought they were fantastic.
They were fantastic. Yeah, that's so much speed. on
Robertson's
that
been
wing.
quality all season though. So.
He's the best Scottish
Oh,
player
yeah.
we have right now. Kieran Tierney.
I don't know.
Kieran Tierney's up there.
But soon Nainggolan scored a long shot to make it 3-2. That brings a little
It
more
was-
pressure.
It was a good goal.
Yeah.
You have to give him. He really was able to control that well and everything. It was really nice.
Yeah, he had a bad game and
Yeah.
he kind of made up for it towards the end, but it doesn't hide the fact that he did make some crucial mistakes in this tie.
Totally.
And then later, that penalty, like we mentioned, in the 93rd minute, too little, too late. Game ends 7-6.
What a tie.
That's insane.
But I think Liverpool fans can go into that confidence saying,
Oh, no
what?
doubt,
Look,
yeah.
we've scored 7 goals over 2 legs. Why can't we go against Madrid and score 4
I
or
think
5,
with
you know?
Liverpool they just need to get their legs back before the final.
Yeah, they need to rest
basically.
up,
No, they'll be
yeah.
good. So
Go on vacation.
just
for a little
maybe
bit.
the nerves, but once you get into the match, the nerves go away. So
That first goal
Yeah.
is going to be so crucial.
oh, no doubt.
No
So,
matter who scores it, whether it's Madrid or Liverpool,
gonna be-
it's going to be huge.
Yeah, Madrid are a fantastic team.
I mean,
Can't deny that.
Yeah.
full credit to Roma for pursuing the comeback,
yeah,
going at
right
it
to
like
the end,
full steam ahead, basically.
Yeah.
And also, I understand, like, there's been a lot of outrage from Italy, mostly Italian fans, about
Yeah.
this. They need to be VAR. But then there's other parts saying that, like, they just seem really salty, saying, like, oh, Roma should be in the final, or the final should be Bayern versus Roma. But,
How do you get to that conclusion? The better teams have obviously won,
well, like, Bayern, I think we're the better team, but they didn't take their chances.
They didn't score.
Roma,
so-
they're the undoing of their fall in this game. So many mistakes over the 2 ties.
Yeah.
They can only blame themselves.
Well, I think in the second leg, they're just so focused on attacking, getting those goals. It's like they lose focus on defense.
Well,
That's-
especially with Liverpool going
Yeah.
the other way, you can't.
and
give them
that's
space in
Liverpool's strong
behind,
point.
yeah.
They'll just take you down on the counter. It's
Liverpool were not great attackingly,
No.
but they scored 3 goals.
so what matters. They're in the final, so
Yeah.
it's done and dusted, and they're ready to take on Madrid.
There was a lot of like controversy, especially with ESPN, saying that Roma were a crap team, pretty much, which outraged so many people.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve that, but I think they should be also, give Liverpool their dues. They've gone on here, a team that hasn't been in the Champions League for a few years, pretty much, They've gone on and done
I
it,
mean, all these
so-
sides are quality, so there's no clear trash team. So
Exactly,
that's just
yeah.
an insult to Roma.
But do you guys think there should be VAR in the Champions League?
I mean, I think it still needs work. It's not perfect. It's pretty evident in the Premier League, but
Well, but
So-
it's not used in the Premier League.
It wasn't. No.
FA Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, I think VAR has its place in the game,
Yeah.
but the game has to change for it. You know, the fans have to become used to it, the officials, the teams. But I don't see that happening for a little bit. You know, the teams that are out there today are not used to it yet.
It's going to be in the World Cup. That's where it's going to really matter. It's where the most outrage will probably come out of. So.
And it's been used in Serie all season. It's been used in the Bundesliga. Although I think Serie there's been more success compared to the Bundesliga. So it's kind of weird how it works better in one league. And then
I wonder if that's the style of play that dictates how it's used. You know,
Hard to say.
I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting. The World Cup will be its main.
Yeah.
break.
Oh yeah.
If it works,
It's
there,
gonna get
it'll
scrutinized.
start being implemented.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like, you hope the World Cup won't be known as that tournament that was affected by VAR negatively.
Yeah, you hope this tournament is just the love of the game.
Oh yeah.
And
We basically want Brazil 2.0.
Yeah,
So,
not
but-
everything else around it.
All right, so let's move on to the Europa League then.
Sounds good to me.
So Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid was the big semi-final match. The other one wasn't paid too much attention to, but that had a good ending to
It was a fantastic game. Yeah.
But with Arsene's last season with the Gunners,
Yeah.
unfortunately, no European glory, no trophy at all.
Would have been nice to see him go with a big trophy like that, but
They blew their chance in London.
Yeah.
They were a man up. They had chances. They had possession. They couldn't score goals.
Exactly.
So they go to Madrid needing to score at least one. Madrid scored decently early
Yeah.
through Diego Costa. Good finish, by the way. Really good strength there. But they just couldn't materialize any real crucial chances on net, which with Jan Oblak in net, it's tough to score on him on the best of days.
Yeah.
He's
You know?
fantastic.
Probably the best goalie in the world.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Godin's an incredible center back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Simeone, even though he was in the stands, he was just so pumped throughout the game. You love to
it was
see
awesome.
Unfortunately, he's going to be in the stands for the final.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that will play a big part for Atletico Madrid.
But
I mean, Griezmann had that big gash in the back of his head. I don't know if you
Oh.
know. That was
Right,
like he wasn't
elbow,
getting
yeah.
any treatment for the long. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
That was a little disgusting, but that's a part of the game and it happens. So
Yeah.
But Atletico definitely deserved it. Arsenal, it seemed like they couldn't even cross the ball.
No, they weren't good enough. And I think if they had Aubameyang for the Europa League, I think they could have had maybe more chances. But they were just missing that goal scorer.
just
up
proves
front.
why Arsenal don't deserve top 4 either. So
Wow.
Harsh.
yeah, I'm just saying.
Tell me how you really feel
Yeah,
there.
why go on?
I'm fine. I was just saying.
Obviously, Arsenal haven't had the best season. Wenger's last season is not going to plan.
No.
But I don't know. There is a lot of weaknesses in that team.
I think whoever takes over from Arsene Wenger this new season has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
He has to build the team, get it playing an exciting new brand of football, get the fans back on board, get the brand of Arsenal back into major European competition. There's a lot of work ahead for the Emirates, the team that play in the Emirates.
Yeah. Well, I would assume we'll dedicate a portion of the show to Wenger. But let's move on to the other Europa League match where Marseille versus Salzburg. First leg finished 2-0 for Marseille. And it was 0-0 for a while. But then a brilliant goal by Salzburg's Haidara got them one goal closer. They equalized, and the game went to extra time. And, wow, really impressed with Salzburg. Kind of reminds me of Ajax last year, where the young team performed really well, even though I think that Ajax team was a lot younger.
I think the average age of that Ajax team was like 21 or something.
Yeah, very young team.
But there's definitely some prospects on that Salzburg team that's definitely worth looking at, like, especially like Haidara, who was fantastic in that game.
I think that game was just overshadowed by the two big names
Probably.
of the other one, but the game itself was probably a better two-legged tie.
Yeah.
You know, so I unfortunately wasn't able to watch the second leg, but I watched the highlights of it, and yeah, it was outstanding goal, like you said, and it was just an overall excitement in the building. You know, and they were playing for the victory, not just cause.
Like, if you don't worry about the name of Red Bull and just look at it as how the players are playing.
Yeah.
Like, it was just such a great game to
Yeah.
watch. Positive football, and they nearly had a chance to score in extra time, but fantastic save by Pele, the goalie. And then Marseille, they got the game winner, second half extra time, I believe. And,
Yeah.
Heartbreaking for Salzburg, but jubilation for Marseille.
I think the better team did go through. I think Marseille are that little bit more refined
They
almost.
definitely got the quality.
Yeah, they do.
Payet, Thauvin,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic
I love
players.
Dimitri
Tauvin's
Payet.
great.
I hate what he did to West Ham, but I love Dimitri Payet. I wish he's back in the Premier League one day.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but...
Well, let's hope.
So we got Atletico Madrid versus Marseille final. No, not what you probably expect from the beginning of the tournament, especially with all these big names that went into the knockout stages.
Yeah.
But
It's Atletico's to lose, in my opinion.
yeah.
I think it go either way, honestly. So
Oh, really?
both have quality players on each side. So
Atletico, though, should be in the Champions League.
oh yeah, that's
Not the last. I say they are a last 4 Champions League contender.
Yeah.
yeah, they've been for the last 5 years. So.
They just underperformed in their group stages.
And also, Roma were fantastic in that
Yeah,
group stage.
they were.
Yeah.
They were. And, all respect to Roma for what they've done this season. This is probably their best European season for a long time.
But for Atleti, if you can't beat Karabakh in the group,
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a fair point.
Hey,
Yeah.
Karabakh, wasn't Karabakh the one that drew Real Madrid a few years ago?
I know Legia Warsaw might have drew them. I don't remember.
I thought it was Karabakh.
But with Marseille, they're fighting for Champions League football in the Liga, and they're right now on 73 points, 2 games left, 1 point behind Monaco, 2 points behind Lyon. Top 3 get into Champions League,
Yeah.
and then you winning the Europa League gets you into Champions
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
So
They got 2 chances, but
They could blow them both.
yeah,
Well, I think the French Ligue 1 should not be their main focus. Go put all your energy in that
Probably.
final, you know?
It
Just
depends.
go for it.
if they win next week
Mhm.
and Monaco or Lyon drop points, I think you have to put full focus on it. But then again,
How do you not put full focus on a European
Yeah,
final?
yeah,
winning a
honestly,
trophy-
well, I mean, it's like Liverpool's in a similar position, right?
yeah,
So
we'll get into that. But yeah, because winning a trophy, that'd be something you remember for your whole life for these players and coaches and the fans as
The
well.
Marseille season was not good until they dropped Patrice Evra. When Patrice Evra when he got kicked off the team, their season completely changed. And they started.
well
winning
now I mean
games.
Patrice Evra's at West Ham. And
Yeah.
He's still loving this game.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
but they haven't really been doing stellar, but
Yeah.
Hey, they got a win on the weekend.
Yeah, Marseille's been in fantastic form throughout the
Mhm.
latter half of the
Yeah.
season, so it is a fair point.
Patrice Evra left. I love Patrice Evra, but maybe there was a shift in focus in the dressing room or something. Who knows? But yeah, both finals for both the Champions League and the Europa League will be really exciting. I'm looking forward to goals being scored. Finally, I felt the Champions League final for the past few years being like a little chess game. Just go and score.
well, I mean
goals.
last Champions League final was like 4-1 Real Madrid,
not until the very end.
but
Go score goals.
hopefully.
Liverpool will not be like
Oh, no.
Juventus and pragmatic. In
Oh
their
no, it's gonna be
defense.
exciting. It's Klopp. He knows how to pull off the
Heavy
final.
metal football.
All right, so now let's get into the Premier League.
Sure.
Some exciting action this weekend,
Mhm.
especially at the bottom of the table, also in the top 4 race,
Yeah.
surprisingly. So you guys want to talk about the relegation or the Champions League spots first?
I love a good relegation battle. So let's go with that.
So
I don't like relegation teams. Just I'm not a big fan of them.
Because you get beaten by them all
yeah,
the time.
yeah. So
That's okay.
first game of the weekend was Stoke versus Crystal Palace,
Mhm.
and Crystal Palace sent Stoke to the championship.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
rightfully so. Honestly,
I'm gonna miss Stoke.
I will as well.
Yeah.
But they have not been good enough this year. I wonder what players will stay and which players go at the end of the season.
Yeah, apparently Shaqiri has like a 40 million relegation release clause.
Wow.
So
But will you see
Insane.
Xherdan Shaqiri in the second tier of English football?
no way.
No.
I don't see it happening. No.
Someone's gonna pick him
Apparently,
up.
if West Brom get relegated, Johnny Evans will be available for 3 million. I've heard.
Yeah.
So that'd be crazy.
Mhm.
Butland will probably leave Stoke.
There'll be lots of players looking to leave.
I don't know if it's gonna be like a Sunderland situation where they just keep like barreling down the
Plummeting,
tables,
yeah.
but depends who they
Possible.
lose,
Not
right?
with. I don't think with Stoke. I think they'll. I don't know if they'll get promoted right away, but they'll be in this.
They have a lot of veterans on that team.
Anything's
that's for sure.
possible, honestly, depending on which players go and what's the mentality of the board. Honestly, anything's
Mm-hmm.
possible.
But Zaha, you got the game win. No, it was Patrick Van Aanholt.
Yeah.
Got the game
Oh,
winning
he's
goal.
quality.
Zaha did score though, right?
Zaha has been outstanding this year. It's probably his best year in a Crystal Palace jersey.
Yeah. Do you think he'll move this summer?
Yes. Chelsea.
Yeah, I can see Chelsea. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. With Willian on there still, but that's.
But Chelsea are gonna look to shaking up their squad.
Maybe Liverpool.
Nah, I don't.
No, you don't. You guys, you have Salah. What am I talking about?
If Liverpool were to get like an attacking player, be some like Pulisic.
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
But we'll get into Liverpool. We've talked enough about Liverpool for now. But yeah, Stoke. Unfortunate for them. Then West Brom. They needed to beat Spurs to have a chance to stay alive.
I'm a big fan of West Brom right now.
Darren Moore's been fantastic these last 5 games. He beat Man United, tied Liverpool. I think
they beat Newcastle.
Yeah, and then tied someone else.
Yeah, but not only have they picked up points, they've been playing well.
Yeah,
they were the better team against Tottenham. It wasn't like they were hanging on. They were a better team. At the end, Tottenham probably were a bit better. You know, they were putting on pressure, but no. Full credits to West Brom. They are doing well.
Darren Moore looks so calm during the game. Showed a camera angle of him when the goal happened. He was just kneeling there, just no emotions at all.
I loved his after the game. He gave a speech to all the fans. I loved it. He said, "It's not about me. It's about we. You know, it's a team atmosphere, and it's like, you know, they're here to play for the crest on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back, which I think is very respectable."
Oh yeah.
Do you think he should get the job?
If they stay up, you can't fire him. Mm-hmm. They've survived because of him.
I mean,
if they go down, I think he should still have it, but be prepared for that second season not being as well as this season.
Mm-hmm. I think he should definitely get a managing job after this, even though it's such a short amount of games. It's really impressive, like how he got his team just playing for each other and getting these fantastic results.
This is the first time West Brom has been off the bottom of the table for months now.
Yeah, it's something you wouldn't imagine months ago.
No, I thought they were. I thought they were
going to be by far the bottom team, but they have fight in them. I remember we were talking about that before on the radio show. The teams in the relegation battle need to show a little bit of flair and a little bit of fight in them. West Brom have it right now. Stoke haven't had it for a long time. Southampton haven't had it for a long time. Swansea don't have it. So out of all the teams that are in that bottom 4 or 5 teams, West Brom are the ones I could see staying up. So
that's crazy.
Let's go see what they can do.
Only 1 or 2 games left.
Yeah, there's 1 game left, but there's some midweek games.
Yeah, exactly. So, I saw some teams too.
One with Swansea versus Southampton this week.
Huge.
Oh,
Loser goes down.
Swansea
goes down.
They lost to Bournemouth, so it's getting a lot of pressure for that team. One Welsh team could go down.
Another's coming up. Yeah,
Cardiff went up.
Cardiff
Good
City.
for Barnick's team.
The Bluebirds.
Good to see them back with the blue logo instead of the red.
Yes, they're the Bluebirds now, not the Redbirds.
We'll talk about Cardiff when the next season comes around.
All the fun that was around there.
Hey, they're back, so
yeah.
But let's move on with Southampton against Everton. Like we said, Swansea did lose, but Southampton, they were winning against Everton away from home.
Yeah,
a draw would still wouldn't be the worst result, but they had the win in their hands. Bertrand, you just need to clear into Rosie.
And the other thing is, that's the problem that Southampton have had for the past few seasons. The big players making the wrong choices. They're not raising their game because they're not being clinical. Ryan Bertrand right there threw away the chance of saving their season.
Yeah, and such an unlucky goal to concede off a deflection off Hood, or I don't know how to say the Dutchman's name. Yeah. But really, pretty lucky goal for Everton. But it is what it is. It's not the worst result. The game went way past added time, though.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, but that result was good for me because that was one of my 4 results I needed to win $200. But
Oh wow! Okay, did you win it?
No, because Arsenal.
Oh
yeah.
How much would you have won if you picked Arsenal?
Oh, I'm not too sure. But no, I had Arsenal to lose to Burnley, and then they put on a masterclass.
You would have loved. You've been just so.
I picked West Brom to beat Tottenham. I had faith.
Oh man, unlucky, Liam. But maybe next week you'll get some more luck with your bets.
Let's see what happens.
So, who do you guys think is going down? Because Stoke's already automatically down.
That's a good question.
Stoke and Southampton I think are guaranteed to go down. The question is it?
Well, Southampton aren't guaranteed.
I'm saying they're guaranteed to go down.
You have no.
Oh
faith.
wow.
No. The question is it going to be Swansea or West Brom joining them? And I think, unfortunately, it will be West Brom, but I hope it's not.
I don't know. I think it's going to be West Brom going down, unfortunately, because, see, before Darren Moore got appointed as interim manager, I wouldn't mind seeing West Brom going down.
Yeah.
A lot of negative football. Still, they play to their strengths, but I don't know. It'd be amazing seeing them stay up.
It'd be the greatest of the great escapes, yeah.
In probably English history.
Yeah, better than Leicester's one.
Well, maybe not, but
Leicester's Great Escape was fantastic.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of the title for some
No.
reason.
They're one before the season before the title.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, but let's see what happens. I love a good relegation battle.
Could you imagine if they pull off this Great Escape and then win the title next season?
Hey,
it's
let's
like
do it. Darren Moore gets manager.
There's something in the water in England, so.
Yeah.
But I think Southampton will stay up. Swansea and West Brom will go down. What about you, Woz?
Yeah, it's hard to say because they both have. I mean, they have quality players, but they're lacking the motivation and will to stay up. But I don't know. I want to say it's either Swansea or Southampton are gonna stay up, but obviously one's gonna get relegated. I just don't know. It's hard to say.
So you're saying Stoke, West Brom for sure, and then either Swansea.
I don't know, because I feel like also West Brom can also stay up. It's like it's about
So basically,
these three teams.
You've given us no answers.
I have undecided.
The thing is, Huddersfield, they're 3 points ahead of both Swansea and Southampton. But their next two games, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home.
Southampton?
No, Huddersfield. And Huddersfield are 3 points ahead of both Swansea and Southampton.
Well, I mean, it's getting points from Arsenal shouldn't be a challenge.
No, but then you're saying that either Swansea or Southampton will pick up points. So one of them will beat each other unless it's a draw, of course.
I'll go. I think Southampton will stay up.
Okay.
Swansea will go down. West Brom, I don't know. This is hard.
Wow,
this is
literally no answers were given there. But thank you.
Well, let's speak about your Manchester
United.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, first, I think you want to give your condolences or like.
Yeah, well, I mean, not condolences, but
yeah.
Hopefully it does not get to that point. But yeah, Ferguson, I hope the boss, he recovers well from this unfortunate brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, that's sad. He was, like we were saying, he was at the Arsene Wenger tribute thing, looking all good, and then a couple days
Not
later,
only is he an icon in the game, but he's also an idol to so many.
He's the picture of what a manager should be.
Yeah, he was like a father figure to Ronaldo, Beckham. So many players have been influenced by him. So it's like he got into this like awful condition, and people like it seemed like he almost passed away.
Yeah,
he didn't, but
I think a lot of people were just really so shocked.
Thoughts and prayers to his family and to him, of course. And I hope the boss can pull it through. He will. It's gonna be like it's just like Barcelona 1999. So
comeback. Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, but Manchester United, they did have a bad result on Friday. Let's not hide the fact.
Why am I not surprised? It's Brighton,
Brighton, they secured staying in the league. Fantastic achievement for them.
Yeah, it's good for them.
United, not
play piss poor against lower sides for some reason.
But you guys are still good. You'll finish second place. You're pretty much guaranteed that.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a positive note.
Unless if you lose your last
two. It's like we're second place. We're in the FA Cup final. We're still losing to teams like Brighton and Newcastle, and it's like they're not playing like a top two side teams at times. Like
you're just very inconsistent.
Very inconsistent. And this needs to change for next season if we want to contend for the title or the Champions League or anything for that matter.
I don't see your team being.
We can't just be nitpicking trophies like the FA Cup.
I don't see your team winning or like going for the Champions League.
Probably not. Well, I mean, make the right sign here and there. Maybe they'll
change. Who are the right signings?
I heard a rumor. So I heard Milinkovic-Savic, greater than 80 million pounds.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I find him similar to Pogba. So I don't know. That's probably not the right.
I don't know if we really need.
Pogba can go. Yeah.
No, we keep Paul. Paul's a good man. He gives the club a decent image, somewhat.
He just sells jerseys. All he does.
And wonderful boots. He's got his own line.
So
Paul Pogba boots.
Who do you sign if you are Jose Mourinho?
I mean, it's bold to say, but I want to go for a center back like Jerome Boateng, but
to pair with Smalling
or Bailly. by at least.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But
yeah,
Kubiali from like Napoli. I think just Koulibaly. I don't know. Koulibaly. You know, Umtiti is a good center back, very good playmaking ability as well. So
yeah, you guys need to go out and score and land a major center.
I mean, it was like 3 years ago. We tried landing Sergio Ramos, and that didn't work.
Yeah, you guys were always rumored to sign players, and they ended up getting contracts.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, oh no, but so that's a ridiculous result. We can't have this happening. This is embarrassing.
Don't worry, Woz. Even though I had jubilation this week, today I had a disappointment with Liverpool's result against Chelsea. Chelsea, they're getting closer to the Champions League spot.
Yeah,
but I think as a Liverpool fan, you gotta be okay with it. You know what? You understand why it happened.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Liverpool beat Brighton, they're in the Champions League.
Yeah. Or if they just win the Champions League, they're in the Champions League again.
They lose the Champions League and they fall into top 5. This whole Champions League, like all this is for nothing almost. You do want to end up in the Europa League almost.
Yeah, that would suck.
So like you get to the final, you lose, then you lose top 4, and it's like, well, this is like utter garbage.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, you do have to still focus on the Premier League.
Yeah, you have to win against Brighton.
Which for Klopp is so tough because he does not have the depth that the other top 4 teams have.
Yes, the midfielders. Liverpool are in pretty bad form. They lost. They drew against West Brom and Stoke. So, Brighton is the next opponent. Brighton is playing for nothing this weekend.
Yeah, but I mean they're gonna have that euphoria from beating United, and it's like, oh, now we can beat any other top 4 side.
Or they might have that high and then go right back.
Yeah, they're playing United for the Premier League survival.
Okay, to be honest, United just play like trash, so that's not it's not hard to beat United sometimes.
I hope Liverpool can secure that top 4.
So right now Liverpool 37 games, 72 points. Spurs 36 games, 71 points.
Yeah.
Chelsea 36 games. 69 points.
And Spurs can slip too.
Yeah.
They're known for that too as well.
So like if Chelsea win both games and Spurs loses one, Spurs are out. They're fit.
Which I'd be okay with.
I think right now, just continue your focus on the Premier League. What's nice is once the leagues are done, there's a nice like 2-week gap between Champions League. So there's time for rest and preparation.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
I think don't worry about the Champions League now. Just focus on the league.
Yeah, you got to worry about your next game.
Yeah,
would you rest any of the Liverpool main players for the next game?
I don't think so.
None of the front 3. You wouldn't give Salah a week off. You know what? Go sit and we'll put someone else in there.
I would start him, and if he's not being effective, I'd bring someone on in the last 30
Liverpool
minutes.
have 1 game left.
1 game left.
So I don't see the point of play Salah.
Yeah, what if he gets injured?
I mean,
there's always a chance someone's gonna get injured.
But not only for you have no Salah for the final. Think of the mental. Oh God, we've just lost.
I mean, Ronaldo just got injured in this match.
Yeah, he'll be okay though.
Well, you never know.
He twisted his ankle. He'll be okay.
Unless if he gets a severe injury, I think it's fine. Because even if he gets a minor one, there's still a lot of time until the final.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's fair.
There's that breathing room. So
honestly, I'm a little worried, but I believe in Liverpool. They got into the final for a reason because they're a great team.
Yeah.
And a great team should be beating Brighton.
I agree.
Especially at home.
They should go out there and not only should they beat Brighton, but I think they should have a bit of swagger to them. Go out there and beat them comfortably. It'd show what United couldn't do.
Please do. Yeah. Just go ahead.
So it'd be really weird seeing Liverpool or Tottenham drop out of the top 4 after what Chelsea has been looking like. But they're in good form.
They are.
And I think they've won their last 4 games. I didn't check. Don't quote me on that.
Do you know who Chelsea have left to play?
They have Huddersfield, and they also have. Okay, that's preseason. They have Newcastle away.
So you should say both of those games should be.
They should win it.
They should get points from both games.
Yeah, Huddersfield might be tough because they're gonna be fighting, but and they did tie Manchester City today.
Yeah, 0-0.
So nothing's guaranteed for any of these teams.
No, that's what I love with the Premier League is Chelsea can go against Huddersfield and we can go, well, Huddersfield have a chance,
Yeah, so Huddersfield, they want to fight for survival. If they get a point, that might be enough. If Chelsea get a point, that might cost them top 4. But they also do have an FA Cup final coming up. So
which they will lose.
Well, I don't know if they beat Huddersfield and Newcastle, their form's gonna be insane. And United.
Yeah,
I'll pick United though in a trophy final.
Yeah, I'm confident with that. But especially as a top 4 side, 'cause we can beat them. But no, when it comes to Brighton, let's just lose.
Yeah, I saw that meme today. It's like, United takes from the rich and gives to the poor.
Yeah, the Robin Hood of the Premier League. It's great.
You were so good against the top 5 the second half of the season.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Or top 6, sorry.
That's Jose Mourinho's. He raises his players' game, I guess. But
I mean, let's move away from United.
I think we talked about pretty much everything in the Premier League this week.
Well, actually, no.
No?
5-0 Arsenal. They won today.
Right.
yeah, Arsene Wenger's
Final
last game
game,
at the Emirates.
He gave away his tie to a boy in the stands. That was beautiful.
Did he actually?
Yes. Yeah, the boy asked for his tie and he just gave it to him. It was great.
Weird.
So
what a weird thing for that child to have on his bedroom wall.
and right before he started talking, he gave his thoughts and prayers to Sir Alex, and I thought that was
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
respect to Arsene.
The two foes for so long are now friends.
They weren't really foes. They were they respected each other immensely. It's not like it wasn't Jose.
It's a
and
rivalry.
Yeah, it was a rivalry. It was 1 versus 2. Fair enough. Sport needs that rivalry.
Yeah.
So they did give him the Invincible trophy or a mini version. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So gold Premier League trophy. What a sight.
I mean, a 5-0 victory. That's probably a good repay from the Europa League loss.
It
kind of makes up
for
a better
ending.
Yeah, it's nice.
It puts a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, it's like we're sorry, but here's a lot of goals. And let's make it exciting.
Yeah, so Arsenal, they're going to the Europa League again.
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate for them.
But
a club that size, you want to see them in the Champions League, but
they don't belong there.
Yeah, exactly.
They aren't quality enough for the Champions League. I'm sure there's gonna be Arsenal fans going, "What the hell is this guy saying?" But you know what? They're not. They're not the same level.
I think Arsenal,
even Chelsea are.
I'd say Arsenal fans would agree with us probably. Like, this is where we belong. We deserve it, and we're gonna win the Europa League next year.
Chelsea or Arsenal fans just look at me wearing a Celtic shirt, go, "Well, you don't deserve the Champions." Well, we probably don't.
I mean, you beat teams that would lose to MLS sides.
What?
Never mind.
We beat teams that lose to MLS sides.
You beat teams that would lose to MLS sides.
Burnley wouldn't lose to MLS side.
Burnley's on the Scottish League.
Huh?
Burnley will be in the Champions League.
No, Europa League.
Europa League. Sorry.
No, Burnley's a quality side.
But you just said they.
Okay.
Never mind.
Cut that out.
No, we're not cutting it out. We're keeping it in. But Arsenal, what's your favorite Arsene Wenger memory? If you have a good one.
I have one.
Go ahead, Woz.
Robin van Persie. Thank you. That's all.
No, I think the best memory for Arsene Wenger should be the Invincible season. No person's done it since. Yes, he had a fantastic team, and everything's kind of lined up. But how could you not give it to him?
Yeah, only shame. Well, other than not winning a Premier League title in the last 5 to 10 years. Was that European final against Barcelona in 2006.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
nice.
with Lehmann getting a red card. And
Wasn't Henry on that team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had such a good team, man. But, yeah, it is unfortunate. Arsenal fans, there's a lot of, if you're a younger Arsenal fan, you probably haven't even witnessed any success.
No.
Similar to me as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, never mind.
there's Champions League, but no league title.
Yeah, that's true.
And
My favorite Arsenal memory during the Arsene Wenger era would be Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira fight before the game in the tunnel. That was fantastic.
I mean, if I can go with any favorite goal, I think I can't remember who was it. Giroud, Ozil, and Walcott. They did tic-tac-toe.
No, Wilshere.
Yeah, they just had the tic-tac-toe and boom, and it was like
Over
beautiful.
top, yeah.
or Giroud's scorpion kick.
Yeah. I love Olivier Giroud. What a good goal scorer. He proved it against Liverpool.
Yeah. He always scores.
Yeah,
He's a good player. I think
big game player.
I think it was sort of a mistake Arsenal letting him go, but obviously if you get a chance to sign up Aubameyang, it's hard to turn down.
Yeah,
I don't know why the two of them couldn't be on the field together, but
there's also Lacazette and
yeah. I mean, they have attacking options. The rest of the team, it's like, oh boy.
they have attacking options but they're not scoring in the big games.
Yeah. So, what's next for Arsenal? Who do you think should be their next manager?
I think they should really go after Carlo Ancelotti. They need someone who's established.
I don't know. I think he's past his prime.
I mean, he's an established European manager. Is exactly.
Yeah,
what
we got
they
fired
need.
from Bayern Munich.
Well, Bayern Munich and Arsenal are different levels.
You got fired from Bayern Munich. You shouldn't be getting fired from Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but he was fired from Bayern Munich not because of the results, but because of.
No, it's because of the results.
No, it was because of the change room.
The change room didn't like them, and then because of that, results were
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I respect your opinion, but
So you're saying no to Ancelotti?
no.
So who are you saying?
Nagelsmann?
Nagelsmann?
Yeah, Nagelsmann.
The
That's-
Hoffenheim
Yeah,
manager?
the young manager. I think that'd be really good for them. Or
That's a lot of pressure for a young
Thomas-
manager to get into.
I'm trying to think. Rafa Benitez.
He's not leaving
try to
Newcastle.
pull him.
I don't want
He's
to see
not
him leave Newcastle.
He's not leaving the two.
I'd have to look at the options once again, maybe. So.
Okay, so I'll tell you some options. So I won't include Nagelsmann because he's too young. I won't include likes of Arteta or Vieira or Henry. Obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They're really young.
Giggsy.
But there's people who are talking about Simeone.
I don't know if he's gonna leave Arsenal for Atletico.
Other way around.
I mean, yes, my apologies.
Wow.
There's also Allegri.
Again, I think that's a real big step
Yeah.
down for him.
Yeah, I don't
Unless he
think,
wants a challenge.
like they want to play nice football, Arsenal, but I don't think Allegri plays the nicest football, in my opinion. There's times Allegri does the right thing to win games,
Yeah.
but he doesn't always play the nicest football.
What about the ex-Barcelona manager?
Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
I heard he wants way too much money and like a
Wow.
huge transfer budget.
Oh well, I mean, I think Arsenal have that, but they don't want to spend it.
I've been hearing rumors 50 million, but
Oh, what the heck?
always the transfer budget for Arsenal that's rumored is always wrong. So
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't really rate Luis Enrique.
No,
He's a good manager, but
he had a good team.
Yeah.
and he just kind of go play. That's fair.
yeah. There's also Jardine from Monaco. I think that should be the choice. I think he has experience in the Champions League, especially with a young team and some veterans in there as well. He plays attractive football too.
And to be really symmetrical to Arsene Wenger coming from Monaco to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
true.
I'd be down for that. Yeah.
No, that's a good.
There's also Maurizio Sarri, who there's rumors of him leaving Napoli, which we'll get into that in a
What
bit.
was the Roma coach?
He's not gonna leave Rome.
No,
No.
okay.
Di Francesco, yeah.
He's just starting to build his team there. Yeah.
Yeah, and they also have a bunch of money from the Champions League. I heard they got over 100 million
Wow.
Yeah.
from just Champions League money.
There was talks about if Liverpool wins the tournament, they'll get, I think it's like 128 million, which for them is that's huge. They can go out and buy a few players.
Yeah,
So.
and that guy will propel Liverpool to title contenders probably.
We'll see. But
Jurgen Klopp has his people he wants to sign.
Brings in
rumors
Marco
coming out.
Royce, but I know you guys don't need him.
God no.
I read that there's an interview, not an interview, but he had an interview with Frankfurt for their job because their manager is going to Bayern, obviously. So there's a lot of options. I don't know. Sarri or Jardim are the best ones in my opinion. They both play really attractive.
What was Sam Dyke?
What?
Sam Dyke.
Who is Sam Dyke?
Isn't he the Burnley manager?
Sean Dyche?
Sean Dyke.
My goodness. We formed this three because we had soccer background. Woz was the more radio guy. Wow. That's okay, Woz.
Okay.
Well, man.
That's okay. We'll move on from that.
Looks like a Sam.
Why?
I don't know. He has a nice head for a Sam.
Okay then. I don't think Sean Dyche is going to Arsenal. I think he's liked at Burnley.
Yeah.
Well,
He's doing good things there. Now you can go sign
light
some
a
players.
fire under Arsenal. I think he can do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't play the type of football or soccer that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do like his intensity,
of course.
and I hope that whoever Arsenal do get, they can. I think Simeone, that's what Arsenal need, but I don't think he'll go to Arsenal.
And I don't know. I think it's the players' mentality at Arsenal. I don't think they work under Simeone.
Yeah, they're too.
Could you imagine if they went for
princessy.
David Moyes?
Why would they go for David?
I mean, it
Moyes?
just seems like every team just somehow ends up with David Moyes. David Moyes ends up somewhere.
West Ham is fighting against a terrible season. Why would they go for him?
Yeah, fair point.
There's other rumors too, like
Yeah.
Rodgers and Eddie Howe. I don't think those.
Eddie Howe would be a great addition.
I don't think you should.
Very good
I don't
manager.
think Arsenal should go.
Brendan
for Howe.
Rodgers plays the game Arsenal should play. That nice passing, but I don't know. I don't want him to go.
I don't feel like he would work there. In the end, I don't think it'd be a happy ending.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So we'll discuss about Arsenal once they sign their new manager.
Yeah.
We might even have one of our Arsenal friends be on the show and talk about it.
Oh wow.
Maybe
Which
the Ace-
one?
The Aiden
Maybe
Standard.
Jordy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, him, yeah.
Jay
Or
Bells.
Ace Stand if he wants to as well.
Yeah.
But let's move on to El Clasico.
Mm-hmm.
So Barcelona, unbeaten to this day, and currently still unbeaten.
Yeah.
A draw against Real Madrid, but
Yeah,
really feisty affair.
2-2 draw. It was a very dirty El Clasico. Like it wasn't
Classic.
it wasn't hard hitting, but it was dirty. You know.
I'm pretty sure PK wanted to kill Ronaldo at one point.
Well, I think most.
Well, probably every
people wanna
game.
kill Ronaldo.
He's a good player.
I like him, but I think most Barcelona players would take a swing at him.
But I think Messi proved that he is the greatest of all time.
Well,
I mean,
I don't think one game
debatable.
can determine that.
He is the greatest of all time.
I agree with you, but I think it's because of his whole career, not just this game.
Yes.
No.
Wearing his jersey right now.
No. He hasn't lifted he hasn't lifted the World Cup trophy.
All right, relax. World
Yeah,
Cup still ways away.
I know, Liam, you're a big advocate of Maradona.
Mm-hmm. He did it for Champions League, did it for his country, did it for his club.
You know what? The Maradona conversations were just another time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Messi, well, you brought up Messi as the best player.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maradona did drugs.
But
Wow.
I'm sorry.
okay. Uncalled for.
So did Ronaldinho.
All right, so it could have been a few red cards in this game, but
Yeah,
there's
should've
one
been.
given to Sergio Roberto.
Mm-hmm. For, I think, not even the worst tackle in the game.
Well, it wasn't a tackle; it was a punch.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but I don't think it was the worst incident that happened in the game.
Yeah, like the bail on Titi.
I think Bale's was the worst. Yeah, I think he goes and scores the equalizer. So
and then
some controversy there.
some controversy as well with Messi's goal. Before that, it looked like Suarez took down Varane when he got the ball off him, and then they scored like a few seconds later.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a Real Madrid fan. He thought that PK should have been sent off for his tackle.
It does
on
look
Ronaldo.
pretty severe.
And he also thought that Suarez should have been sent off for his involvement in the build up to the goal.
Was he on a yellow at that point?
I believe he was. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's one of the
I
most.
could search it up, but yeah, I believe he was.
Oh, maybe he's being a little biased because he's a Real.
Oh, he very.
Yeah.
very
But
much
I
so.
get that again. It's kind of fair points, but Barcelona, it looks like they're gonna finish the season unbeaten.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Suarez got booked in the 44th minute first, and then that would have been a second.
I mean, Maradona never went undefeated. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around at this point.
But
No, but you have to look at it's not just a one player thing. Barcelona have a fantastic team right now that
Yeah, it's
have
beautiful.
not done it in the Champions League.
I mean, I think. Come on. It was Iniesta's last El Clasico.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. I mean, I was watching Sportsnet and then they were showing the highlights. They didn't even mention it was Iniesta's final game in the El Clasico.
Sportsnet. It's
like,
Canadian.
I know,
TV,
it's like, come
sorry.
on.
there's, I don't know, the people who focus on Canadian soccer on the news networks like TSN and Sportsnet, like those guys I think are really good, but the anchors,
The rest of them,
they don't really know too much, and they're not.
I love watching the Canadian news, sports news anchors pronouncing some of the names.
I know.
It's hilarious.
Unless if it's like Brendan Dunlop, who
Well, I heard one guy, Darren Dreger, I think, said Umtiti and just couldn't do it. He's like, titty. So I was like,
Yeah,
"Come on,
there's
buddy."
a lot of mistakes there
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they
unfortunately-
don't realize.
Unfortunately, Canadian news coverage or sports coverage.
I
is
mean,
behind.
we
the
have
rest of the
great
world.
coverage here for sports, but when it comes to soccer, they're more
Well,
focused
the
on
peop-
MLS.
the people actually, the guys who know about soccer.
Oh yeah, no, the panels are amazing.
Yeah.
Sportsnet and TSN,
Yeah.
love them
their
both.
panels are great. Like, compared to the U.S., I think the U.S. aren't that great with their.
I don't like the Fox Sports
Yeah.
guys.
I don't mind them. I think I don't remember his name, but there's one guy.
Lawless?
Lawless is decent.
Stuart Holden.
No, it was Lawless. Yeah, I like Lawless. He's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like some of them, especially with this stuff coming up with ESPN, it just kind of shows.
I mean, if
they don't really
understand the game. Yeah.
No, they do understand it because some of them are professionals, but they just kind of narrow-minded. They think this way and don't agree with other people's
Yeah,
opinions.
that's true. Yeah.
exactly.
Maybe they're just trying to stir up drama or like
True.
Trying to get controversy.
or
into
trying to get
their
people
views,
to
yeah.
like talk about.
If
them.
anything, these U.S. networks need to get one man. His name is Jimmy Conrad.
Yes, I'm wearing one of his merch
They're really
shirts.
wonderful. So
Him scoring the game winner against Mexico. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah.
I like Jimmy Conrad.
Yeah, but yeah, I think our Canadian guys like James Sharman,
Yeah,
Craig Forrest, and then on
Danny
TSN.
Dicchio.
Yeah.
I love Jason DeVos, but he's moved on to bigger things. It seems.
Well, Christian Jack is really good.
Oh no, I like him too a lot. I mean, they're all quality, so they're good to listen to.
The one guy, the actually Canadian guy, who's that?
Terry Dunfield.
Yeah, not a fan of him.
I don't mind him.
I don't know.
I think he knows what he's talking about, in my opinion.
Who's the TSN host for Luke Wildman?
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he won an award a couple months ago for like top anchor or something on TSN or something. Yeah, he won a big award
Yeah.
for.
Well, we're just saying that our soccer guys are pretty good.
Yeah,
But
Canada-
honestly, we think they're pretty good.
our national team is not great. Our people who know the game are amazing. So
I don't know how we got into this tangent, but
yeah, that's what happens when
we
you
were
have.
talking about El Clasico, but
so
yeah.
if you're not Canadian or not from North America, apologies, I guess. We talked about El Clasico. Barca look like they're going to be unbeaten,
Yeah.
so good for them.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another league that looks like it's all but over now.
Mm-hmm.
So Serie, Juventus won on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They won on Saturday. They probably should have gotten a red card for that penalty.
I agree.
Then again, it's a penalty. Sometimes they don't give reds for penalties, but he was last man.
All I want to say was I called it. Napoli had no chance. Juventus had the
The
quality.
belief was there.
Well,
and
that's
what
nice.
matters.
No, but Juventus had the quality to finish out of the season.
I mean, I'm not surprised Juventus won. I mean, that's their job is to win titles, and they did it. So
Yeah, Napoli tied against Torino. It's back-to-back weeks. I think it's just once Juve came back against Inter, that just killed their belief.
I think Napoli's loss to Inter was just
No, they beat
no.
Juve.
Sorry, when Napoli beat Juve, I think that was the last of their chance.
That brought it to one point, but
Yeah.
then
They couldn't do it after
and that Inter result with Juventus, it was like it was close, but Juventus eventually got done. Inter kind of screwed Napoli, but
Yeah.
so
they almost screwed themselves too.
Inter, why did you have to do this? You could have had a great storyline set up.
Well, they wanted to win. They'd be in a Champions League spot right now. if they
I
won
know,
that game.
I know. It's a shame. Come on, guys,
Yeah.
gotta do better than that.
Why are you calling out Inter?
Inter, come on, be better.
But I think it's just it's a good sign for Serie A though. I think with Roma doing well in the Champions League, Napoli showing fight.
There's 3 solid teams in Italy now, which hasn't been for a long time. And then below that, there's the 2 Milan teams.
And Lazio.
Fiorentina's
And
pretty
Lazio.
good too.
Lazio, if they can keep Milinkovic-Savic, I think they can build upon their season.
I think with Gattuso having a full year at AC Milan now, I think this offseason he'll go out and sign players.
I think when it comes to
build his team,
the top leagues in Europe, I think Serie A's definitely come up a bit more. Like they're up there. I think it's like Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga now. But
it's debatable.
This season, I think Serie A has been the best league. Well, with the title race.
Yeah, to pay attention to, but quality teams, I don't know.
But I think you can also argue La Liga has only 3 teams.
You're right, but I mean, Sevilla's also good.
But they're not. I mean, they did knock out Manchester
Yeah,
United.
sometimes that's not
Sevilla
hard.
are in 8th place right now.
Yeah, never. Okay, this is awkward.
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
I hope Serie A will stay competitive next season. Hopefully Roma keep their big dogs. Hopefully Napoli can keep their big dogs. Hopefully the other teams can keep their big dogs.
Hopefully the Bundesliga could improve next season.
Well, I just think it's the money. There's been a new TV deal in Italy, so they have more money there.
And they
so
will be getting more.
They're able to sign better players.
And if you build your club like Roma, who improve their marketing really well this season, and build across, get more people watching around the world, that's only better.
But what's happened with the Bundesliga? Or is that just a topic for another time?
Oh, we can talk about it if you want.
Because, I mean, I feel like, Dortmund's kind of fallen down a bit. Schalke,
they're having a great season.
So, I mean, but can they be a Roma? Can they be, like, a Milan Inter kind of?
Schalke, they're losing Goretzka this summer to Bayern.
I think the problem with the Bundesliga is there was a golden age of young talent through. Then that young talent either went to Bayern or was sold to other big European teams. They're not playing for their small teams anymore.
Yeah, because like in Germany,
now those small teams have to go out and find the next young talent.
Yeah, because in Germany, like I think a lot of goal for these German players is to play for Bayern because that builds their brand and that makes them more exposed.
Yeah,
or better exposure, I should say.
How's Leverkusen been doing?
They're 5th place. They're tied with Hoffenheim for 4th, but they're behind on goal difference.
They used to be quite competitive. And Wolfsburg too. Like
Yeah.
Wolfsburg are in 16th.
yeah,
in the
so
relegation
like
playoff
it's
spot.
weird.
In the next few seasons, though, Bayern Munich will have to go out and buy players. Think of their starting 11 and the players that are getting older or
Might
will
even
move
be
on.
this
I wouldn't be surprised if they lost Lewandowski to Real Madrid. I don't think it's gonna happen,
You
but
could name out of the starting 11 4, 5, 6 players who will either retire, move on to another team. You know,
I mean they're probably
they'll
gonna
be rebuilding.
they're gonna
happening.
lose James Rodriguez.
No, they're gonna.
No, they have
You
him for
think so?
another
They have
season.
an
Yeah.
option. They have
Oh.
2-year loan and an option
Oh,
to buy.
okay.
And Real Madrid don't want him back.
Hmm.
He doesn't get along with Zidane.
Okay.
It serves a contrast. Bayern can go out, loan or sign a player like James Rodriguez,
Yeah.
while Dortmund and Schalke, they're relying on signing these young players who might just see them as a stepping stone, which is a
Exactly.
big problem.
And that's what Dortmund are right now. They are.
But do you think
stepping
Dortmund's
stone.
also ran into a managerial issue?
They definitely have. If they kept Tuchel, I think they would have been a lot closer to Bayern this season. Like,
And to be fair, Dortmund have ran into their injury issues over the years too, so that's kind of.
And with the controversy with Ousmane Dembele towards the end of the
Yeah.
transfer window,
Quality
that kind of not the best atmosphere.
Yeah.
So
They had a great front three with Royce, Aubameyang, and Dembele, but it is what it is now.
Unfortunately, good things don't last
Yeah.
for Dortmund.
yeah, you need like kind of like a Jurgen Klopp team with Dortmund to happen again.
Yeah.
It depends what talent are coming through to these teams, and if the players they buy like perform above expectations.
Yeah.
Do you know offhand what the money situation is in Germany? Like, are they getting good TV deals? Or?
Yeah, they got a good TV
Yeah.
deal. They got a really good one with USA, and I'm pretty sure Sky Germany pay a
So
good deal.
hopefully that pays off in their system. But I think Germany doesn't like going out and spending tons of money on players. They
Yeah.
like to build their team.
Yeah,
They have a whole different system over
yeah,
there.
because I won't get into the 50+1 rule. There's if you want, there's a bunch of YouTube videos about it if you're interested,
Yeah.
but that does kind of like limit them to have.
Well, what's the basics of the rule?
So 50+1, that means that 50% plus one of one fan has to have a share in the company or in the club, and they're able to make decisions.
Okay.
So that means a club can't be majority owned by
A big company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that prevents like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, China, these type of businesses to buy
Takeovers,
them.
yeah.
It makes it more pure, makes the atmospheres in the game fantastic.
Well, it's homegrown
Yeah, I
talent,
like
which
that.
is how it should be. The Premier League has been bought in a sense, by
doubt.
Manchester City, but that's how the game is now. That's
It's
how the game
evolving,
is.
but
It's what's sad to see is these big superstar players only have a handful of teams they can go to. Like Diego Maradona going to Napoli would be insane if Messi went to Napoli.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Just mental,
you're not gonna see like teams like Ajax come to fruition.
It's
again,
so
or-
tough for these young teams to.
I mean, you could. It's like it'll be just one of those Cinderella stories, probably. But
And you need because a lot of players leave because these teams can't provide them even greater, more success, like Champions League success, like
Yeah.
these big clubs.
These teams are just now stepping stones.
I mean, like in the Premier League, it's pretty set in stone who the top six are. Like
pretty much. Yeah.
La Liga is the top three: Bayern in Germany for
Juventus
now,
in
hopefully.
Italy, hopefully.
Yeah.
actually.
and
Yeah, I
PSG
mean,
in France. Yeah.
So it's like all these leagues have these top teams already set in stone. And it's like you can't really knock them down because
And
of financial.
teams just have to sell because
Yeah.
value of the transfer market's going up.
Yeah.
A lot of these teams do have great young talents.
They need
But they
to
have to
cash
sell.
in. Yeah.
But you never know. Something can change. All of a sudden, something can change the whole.
The only thing I could see that will change it will be if the idea of if there's like the purist movement like in Germany where the fans say what we want to control our team again, we don't want you guys to just buy our team, but I don't see that happening because I think Manchester City fans want to see more trophies being lifted.
I mean, you never know. The world of football can change dramatically within the next 10 to 20 years.
Yeah, it's in the last 10 years it's changed dramatically. It's going to keep changing.
Don't be surprised if there's a sudden shift from Europe to North America. Because I mean, within the next maybe 50 years. But
50 years maybe.
but
I don't know.
I mean, America's making good push.
I think European is so established that it would be so hard to shake that.
Yeah, I think it would take hundreds of years for
Yeah.
a culture like that to happen in other continents.
Yeah. unfortunately, or not fortunately, I think the European teams are there to stay. You know, the big boys are
The only
there.
way we can predict this all is by Football Manager. That's the FM will predict the future.
I think North American leagues will get much more popular, much better quality and everything, but I don't think they'll be at European level.
I actually think the States have something really good happening.
Oh, they have a
MLS,
fantastic system going for sure. Yeah.
I think every young player, they have the dream to play in Europe.
Yeah.
At least the good ones.
Yeah.
Even the bad ones, they have a dream. Like I had a dream
Yeah,
to play in Europe.
so
You guys
did
had
I,
dreams
yeah.
too. We didn't really get there, but
No.
you always have a dream to play in Europe.
That's
I got
fair.
fat instead.
That was a quite good talk, guys. We got through a lot of topics today. It's topics I didn't think we'd get into.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? And that's what I like about this format of show that we're doing. You know, we've said we're just three fans of the game.
Yeah.
So why don't we just talk about what we have on our
It's
minds?
a fan's perspective, basically. We're not professionals, you know.
Yeah,
so
we don't have the journalistic.
we don't have the suits and the ties and the
Yeah.
production value. And, you know, we got
horses.
stallions. Beautiful.
But we want to improve our knowledge in the game.
Yeah,
we want to
yeah.
become know more.
We're just every fan who watches the game, and we're blessed to be living in an age where we have the platform where we can do this.
Yeah, we live in the best time we can.
Yeah, so you know we're just sharing our opinions, and we want to connect with people from around the globe, and you know what do people in South America think?
Bringing a fan's opinion with a fan's opinion, and
you know, just kind of create a conversation. I think that's what this game is best at doing.
Yeah.
just try not to be biased. You know,
It's hard to not be biased, obviously.
yeah, but I mean, just don't say, "Oh, Real Madrid is the best team ever of all time." It's like,
Well, yeah, give you a reason why.
yeah, exactly. Just like, can you expand on your argument?
And if you have any thoughts, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment down below. Or contact us on social media. We'll leave our social medias in the descriptions of the podcast, wherever it is.
Yep.
And wherever you're listening to this, thank you for watching.
And as always, this will be another week in the beautiful game. Thank you.